Hey guys, I'm with like the Lover 117 in Train King James,
Hi.
and today I was shown about something through Train King, and then I told Lego Lover. It was right off of Britt Allcroft's Facebook page, who was the creator of Thomas, and it says, "Dear everyone, Director's Cut petition. I am taking some time out of the family holidays from the family holiday to respond to your thoughts and questions about Thomas and the Magic Railroad and to share my feelings then and now I was and remain frustrated and sad that the story that I wrote and shot more than anything for the reason that it was my creative gift to you remains unavailable and even YouTube deleted scenes that are being deleted scenes are being removed.
She's
Personal.
basically referring to the leaked director's cut chase, which I think there's
Yeah,
only about 3 director's cut chase videos still up today.
which is still sad, which is
And
pretty sad considering how good it is.
and of course in the coming months those will probably be deleted as well. So download them while
Yes,
you can.
Exactly.
download when you can. Personally, I think it would probably be possible to show the version that I wanted to bring to you, albeit it would be an unfinished, i.e., and I say not finally mixed rawness about its quality, but that would be a part of its character in history. But at least you would see it and and hear it and experience it to some extent as I wanted you as I wanted for you. Is basically what she's saying is that if she was willing to show this, then it would be like raw footage and everything.
Which is better than nothing.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you know it's not like cheesy as hell, which
Hmm.
is probably not. She wants us to be able to experience what we wanted to see. And so here's the next part that's really going to make a lot of sense. Those of you who have read the original script will know that I did not originally intend that Lee should speak. That only happened because of of demands for cuts and the needs to somehow smoothen over the edits. Lady speaking gave rise to the nonsense that somehow I was weaving myself into the story, which, okay, that would make sense if with all the cuts and everything to do that. But originally in the script that was Pathlick or something.
It
That would
was
have been so
basically
much cooler.
Lady speaking through the mind.
I was finished with
Well,
you.
I was going to say that for this next part, it's actually very interesting to know how all this came up, how this whole movie came up. It was actually when season 5 was, still almost at the finish. But it was actually interesting to know that one episode from no, excuse me, season four, excuse me. One episode from season 4 had the inspiration to do this.
Which one?
Thomas and the special letter.
Yes. And at
Yes.
this is what I'm saying. This was not true. If there is any inspiration for my story, it lay in the part to the one I wrote for the series. It's called Thomas and a Special Letter. This in turn was inspired by a wonderful letter from a little girl who loved Thomas and wanted to visit him. Thank you for your commitment and acknowledgement or whatever. All the very best, Britt. This I'll show the viewers this right now. And can they see me?
Yes, they can see you.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's all through Facebook. And I was talking to Lego Lover about this, and we
I was
had
actually at a
some.
basketball game and he called me and I was like, what?
Yes.
I could barely hear him.
Now I'm gonna.
I actually found it, folks, so give me a little
Yeah,
credit.
James found it, and I'm gonna give the black man credit for that.
Hey!
No racial stereotypical jokes. We're just thanking James a lot for what he had done. But I really because what happened was Lego Lover and I were trying to find out how we could get the whole movie to be released, and
This
you
was
remember?
months ago.
Oh, I
Me
remember.
and Jacob teamed up with two YouTube users. You may know them, Carson and Derek. I think Derek's username is BrianTracks10, and Carson's username is like Carson, a bunch of numbers. You might know him. He's got like 1,000 subs. He's not really that important, but we teamed
Sounds
up
like
with
you guys are
them.
going under a very important investigation.
But we teamed up with
If,
them a few months ago. We didn't get very far.
No, we did.
ooh,
I mean, no,
this could be the thing that pushes your
I
investigation
actually
to the
almost
next
got,
level.
I almost got an interview with Diddy Khan during that.
Yeah, we
During
did. We
that,
almost did interview DD Khan, but we didn't. We didn't get very close.
they wouldn't allow it. It was so
Who?
weird. Diddy Khan, you don't remember Stacey Jones?
Oh, yeah.
But if Britt sees this video, I really would appreciate if you would help us out with this because, I mean, we know what you wrote, and we're upset that what you wrote got declined because
Exactly.
when I read your script, it was the most beautiful piece of work of
Exactly.
anything that I've ever read. I mean, so much emotion was put into it. So much sweat and tears was put into it. It was
You
beautiful.
put passion in your work, not like
It was so much passion, and I really think this would have been an amazing movie and something that everybody would have remembered. Basically, on the long run, I would have still loved to watch this new era of Thomas. If Britt still would have been the writer, we would have never had to deal with Sharon Miller.
Oh God.
don't even get us started on her.
Okay,
Indian guys have the
born-
best thighs.
we're not even gonna get started, but this has just been an update video. This was an hour ago.
She likes to rhyme.
This was 6 hours ago, right off Britt Allcroft's Facebook page. And I appreciate James for giving me the link. Thank you.
You're welcome.
James, what are your final thoughts about Britt Allcroft trying to release the director's cut?
It shows something that we don't usually see from people who create these shows. She has a connection with the viewers, and the fact that she's even attempting to do this for us is making me happy because it's like most of the time when you have people like if you watch some other random person who decides to do something exactly like this, other people when I go to such lengths to release such an uncut of a movie, especially if a failed movie, they wouldn't go to this far to even attempt to try to do it. The fact that she still cares about us, and the fact that she's still trying, gives me a lot of admiration. And reading the script, it makes a tear to my eye. I mean, I even had plans to even possibly remake the script if possible, but I could never capture the magic that Britt Allcroft had. I mean, it's physically impossible.
James, preach. Preach.
Alright, Jacob, you're up.
Well, okay. So overall, I think this is just pure amazement. I mean, I don't see much companies or anybody who pre-existed with the franchise like this ever be as heartful, so connected to the fans. It's amazing. I mean, something like Thomas and Friends, I never would have expected the original creator of that show would be so connected with the fans and try to do stuff like they're trying to make Shine Station on DVD. That's great. I remember watching that on Nick Jr. on PBS, and I remember seeing the Thomas and the Magic Road stuff and being excited, but it would be great. I mean, amazing, even if it's raw footage. If it's not complete, I would love still to see as much as I can of this director's cut because it's something that I've dreamed of seeing ever since I've heard about and read the script. I mean, the imagination captured in that script is something beautiful. The way that lady writes is just pure amazement.
Brings a tear to my eye.
And especially for her to be doing this, for the fans, joyous to me that she's doing this. And I've always wanted to see the director's cut since I read the script. And
for me, I'll go ahead and tell you all this now. Thomas and the Magic Railroad was my favorite movie growing up as a child. I don't know why. I was a stupid kid, probably. But it was.
No.
Yeah, ever since I heard that this was not... that this final version that was put out in theaters was not the actual final version that was, shot and edited and put together, I was stoked. And I still am stoked. I still want to see this cut of it. I want to see everything, on screen. Because, reading a script is one thing. I mean, you can imagine it in your head, but it'll never like be the same thing as seeing it on your screen or whatever you're watching. So yeah, Britt, if you ever watch this this little update video, then yeah, we all want to see you succeed in releasing this, even if it's just like a Walmart.com exclusive or something like that. I mean, we'll still go over a way to see it or buy it or rent it or whatever because we
Even if
want
it costs $1 million,
because we want to see it
together and split it.
But
I mean, we saw there was this director's cut. Hi, Roman. We're making a video
welcome
right
to the
now.
video, Roman.
We're making a video discussing about
What are we doing?
our
Director's cut thing. Basically, Roman,
Director's
I'm
cut
not sure if
script
you
of
heard.
Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
no Britt's
No,
trying to
Britt
get it
Allcroft
released.
trying to get it released.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Another thing about the Magic Railroad is the characters. There was supposed to be a character called PT Boomer, who was only briefly seen in the version that we saw, only for a
Who's
second on
amazing.
Diesel 10.
He was
would've
on
been-
top of Diesel 10 when he was going through that.
And I
tunnel.
never even noticed it until someone pointed it out.
Yeah, I didn't notice it either.
That's the thing.
He's my
and I heard
he's my
he was
favorite
supposed to.
character ever.
And he was he would have been a perfect villain.
He was a pretty badass villain.
I mean, Diesel 10, yes, he was the face of the evil on the railway. He was the guy there, but Boomer was the true villain. You could just
I still
tell.
think that D10 was a bit corny, but
Well, actually, PT Boomer was the true villain.
nothing.
He was.
Nothing will ever compare to Mr. Freeze and
But
Batman and Robin.
I'll be honest here. The thing that I really loved about
Easy Boomer, best character I've ever seen.
Yes. I love Boomer, and I mean, based off what I know off of him, which is very little, I basically made my own character out of him, but if I could see the real version and see exactly how he's been interpreted, I'd love to see it be like my dream come true. That's all I have to say.
He's not the best villain in all of movie
No,
Not
Tom
the best-
history that
Thomas Wise.
I've seen. I mean, I'd still go Loki or Hans Gruber all the way.
But I mean, Roman, what do you think on this? I want your
I
personal
think
opinion
about
how Britt's trying to bring this to the fans.
I say that's a real good step, especially since Magic Railroad director's cut is much better than the actual Magic Railroad.
Well, what I liked
And
about Tom... Sorry.
I've read a bit of the Magic Railroad script, and I enjoyed it. It's really good. So
It is.
Britt doing this for the fans, that's a really good step.
One last thing, though.
I say.
It should be kind of easy for Britt to get this put out because she owns the cut that she wrote and made.
Exactly.
Sony owns the theatrical version. Britt owns her version. So if she goes to another studio, it should be easy.
Yeah. And we also want I mean, obviously, she's probably not going to come back to Thomas and Friends, but at least we can see her work one last time as what could have been, what it should have been.
Yeah, I mean, Britt,
would be enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, Britt, you could go and talk to Kevin Feige over at Marvel. I mean, he helped me produce Tragic Railroad. By the way, Britt, please don't get angry with me if you watch that parody movie.
It was just made over...
It was just made parodying
And
the
don't get
theatrical
mad.
version because we know that your version is a lot better.
Oh, yes.
And
So please don't sue me.
A season 2 parody. Don't get mad about that either.
Yeah, season 2 parody. Don't get mad about that either.
We're still gonna do that. But anyways, I mean, what the last thing that I want to say about this, the whole thing is that what I loved about Magic Road was that it was able to finally understand how the Ionis Order coexists in the script. Because without Mr. Conductor, the Magic Railroad ceased from existence. Without that, Sorter ceased from existence. And there's a connection between the real world and the Magic Railroad, and the middle is in the middle. So Sorter is on one side, and then the real world's on the other.
So basically, without Mr. C, Sodor goes bye-bye.
Yes, that is what made it awesome.
Yes, I just killed Mr. Conductor, so there you go.
He-
the island
he-
Sodor
he-
is gone.
He almost
Pity,
died.
we should just kill
You
Mr.
gotta know that Mr.
Conductor. There you go.
You know Mr. Conductor was dying in the director's cut.
Yeah, I know, he was basically on the brink of death.
Yep.
He was
So,
knocking
and
on
you know
death's
Another
door.
thing is, you remember the scene on the Muffle Mountain when Thomas falls off? In the
That was supposed to be a
director's cut?
bomb.
Exactly. But they cut that out because they said it was too scary. But you,
Explosives.
but when you see it in the actual movie, it makes no sense because you just see Thomas randomly fall off a mountain.
Well, there is a line dropped where Thomas goes, "Oh no, it's very windy up here," and I guess you're supposed to take that as the wind knocked him over, but I never took it as that.
I mean,
Exactly.
how can a wind push an engine?
I don't see how a wind could... Yeah, exactly. A train is, like, so heavy.
Oh my god, it's a train in Toronto.
Sam's coming.
So anyways,
Toronto trains!
I guess we'll end this video right there, and Britt, if you ever watched this video, try your hardest, because all of us and a bunch of other fans want this released, and we want to see it.
She'll never watch the
Guys, everybody, here.
So anyway, oh, I guess we'll get one last
You
viewpoint
just
before
missed
we
the
leave.
video.
One last point from Mr. Sam I Am. Sam,
Yes.
what is your
Stop.
opinion? Okay, what is your opinion on Britt Allcroft trying to get the director's cut released? She just posted this 6 hours ago talking about she's trying to get the director's cut of Thomas and the Magic Railroad released.
Which most likely could be raw footage.
Awesome. Like I want it. I want it.
Turn up your mic, Sam. I can barely hear you.
I want it.
Nobody can hear you.
I can hear him, but I can hear him.
Yeah.
I can just barely hear him.
Maybe it's because you have your volume down.
No, everyone
No.
else is fine.
Yeah, it's maxed out. You're just quiet. Anyway, Sam, is there anything else you want to say besides it being awesome?
Well, if she releases it, she's ultimately a good person.
She
And-
already is a good person.
And that
I
she's
know.
true to the Thomas and Friends franchise.
She's different than all the other directors. She doesn't
She's
just
the one that actually cared.
exactly.
She's not Michael Bay. Explosion,
Yeah,
explosion,
well,
explosion.
If it was Michael Bay, the movie would have been blown up by now.
Explosion!
Exactly. There would have been explosion, 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 explosion. He
I
died
don't
and gets
think there
fired
was
in the
an
first day.
explosion.
So anyways,
No.
guys, thanks for watching this little update video, and we'll see you next time.
Wait, what?
Bye bye.
Bye.